In the glitter-soaked maze of Hollywood identity, one young woman is no longer just tracing the legacy of her famous last name. She's rewriting it. Shiloh Jolie-Pitt, the once closely watched child of Angelina and Brad, has now stepped into her own spotlight. And she's done it not with a scream, but a whisper that echoes louder than applause. She goes by Shy Jolie now. Yes, Shas. But don't be fooled, this isn't about hiding. It's about choosing presence over pedigree. At just 19, Shiloh graced a private dinner celebrating the launch of designer Isabel Marant's capsule collection with Netta Porter in Los Angeles. But this wasn't a simple red carpet cameo. This time, she wasn't just attending, she was creating. Shiloh choreographed a contemporary dance routine performed by the magnetic Kiani Rose and Taku Suzuki. Their movement flowed like ink on parchment as artist Luella poured emotion into her new single, Naive. In the background buzz of fashion elites and whispering press releases, one line stood out: choreography by Shy Jolie. No middle name, no father's surname, just a new signature, elegant, intentional, and entirely her own. That subtle yet seismic name credit marked another chapter in Shiloh's evolution. Long before this performance, she had made the decision to let go of the Pitt half of her surname, a symbolic act that went beyond ink and paper. On the very day she turned 18 in May of 2024, Shiloh filed to legally remove her father's name. 3 months later, in August, the courts quietly granted her request. The change was legal. The statement, undeniable. To the outside world, it might seem like a mere formality, a legal footnote in a tabloid family saga. But for Shiloh, now Shy, it was the equivalent of turning a page in a story she's finally writing for herself. The gathering itself sparkled with stardust. Among the attendees were Alison Brie, Rachel Bilson, and January Jones, women who, in their own right, have redefined what it means to hold space in Hollywood. And there was Shy, no longer just Brad and Angelina's daughter, but a quiet force choreographing motion into meaning, standing not in the shadow of legacy, but in the light of her own agency. This wasn't rebellion. This was reinvention. Angelina and Brad's lineage spans 6 children: Maddox, now 23, Pax at 21, Zahara, age 20, Shiloh or Shy at 19, and the 16-year-old twins Knox and Vivienne. Each of them has carved out a unique identity. But Shy's step feels especially symbolic. It isn't every day the world watches a Hollywood child choose not to cash in on the weight of a surname, but to let it go entirely. And what does it say that she choreographed an emotionally raw performance titled Naive? A word that's often weaponized against the young and curious. Maybe it was a reclamation, maybe it was a mirror, or maybe it was a quiet message. This isn't naivety, it's courage. So while the red carpets roll and the headlines rotate, a young woman walks through Los Angeles under a new name, Shy Jolie, a name that sounds soft but carries steel, a name not inherited but authored. And in a town that trades so easily in fame and last names, that kind of authorship is the rarest kind of power.